This is what cells look like in your body when they're normal. It lasts 10 seconds, then it'll move to the next video. So I'm looking in a microscope. These are damaged cells that just barely are starting to be damaged. Notice how they get pointy sides. Notice how there's starting to be stickiness between them. This isn't damaged by free radically damaged red blood cells. They won't transfer oxygen as much. They won't get where they should as much. Here's what happens to them from free radicals. They stick together and don't transfer nutrients or oxygen as much anymore. They cause blood clots. Here is a close-up in a microscope of cells that are damaged by free radicals. See how spiky they are? That's what your skin looks like when it's ultimately damaged. So here's that same free radical damage in the accumulation of cells. You can see it's got the same puckery look to it. Now look at this lady. She says she got that way because she drove only in one side of her husband's truck all the time. Can you see the sun damage on one side and not the other? This is a baby, and you can't see it very much, but this is a baby who's been exposed to detergent on the pillow, and the face got all red and rashy. Here is Grandpa. Grandpa's hand is a little dry, a little sun damage, and will return very quickly when euphoria is used. But if you let it get too far, it's hard to bring back. The important thing I'm going to show you here at the very end is these are free radicals destroyed one cell. We're going to play it again. Look at this. One triggers another, and you're watching a cell literally turn into a free radical before your eyes. Here you'll see that there's little white segments damaging from one cell to the next, spreading free radical damage. Those cells are becoming abnormal in the presence of the sun. Radiation is damaging those cells right before your eyes. We're now looking down the artery. In the artery, see it swelling? See it swelling now, and free radicals are making the cells stick together. You're not getting as much blood flow through. You're not getting as much of the nutrients as you should. But here comes the antioxidants. Antioxidants are going to cause a reduction in the swelling of the artery, and it's going to start breaking up those sticky cells. So when you see the wave of antioxidants right there, now watch what happens. The artery opens or dilates, and the individual red blood cells are started to become normal, not sticky, not clogging again. See all these little dots that are floating around? Those are free radicals looking for a cell to destroy. 10,000 free radicals every hour trying to destroy normal cells. You see why we need antioxidants? Here it is again. Free radicals are starting to not only destroy, but look at these abnormal growths that are starting to occur. These gummy, sticky, white marshmallow-looking things are free radicals that are starting to stick the cells together. Now, here's the theosphere look. Here's these stained antioxidants entering a cell, killing all the free radicals, and turning that cell normal again. This is an antioxidant entering a healthy cell, making that cell healthy again. So you've got a situation where you actually are seeing the benefit, the real benefit. Here it goes again. Running the same thing again so you can see the stained antioxidant enter the cell, neutralizing the free radicals and normalizing the function of that cell. I'm not supposed to tell you that's a cancer cell, so I won't. That cell becomes normal in 1 minute when antioxidants enter. Now, why is that important? Here's my befores and afters. That cellular damage that was occurring on my face is now started to be reversed because of the antioxidants. The circulation on my face is improving, and you saw exactly why. The dilation of the arteries are getting better, the delivery of blood flow is becoming more complete, and what you're going to see is benefits not just cellularly, but on the skin, on the surface of the skin. Yeah, everyone's going to come up to me afterward and start touching my face and looking close, but instead I give you her face. Look at those crow's feet before, look at those 2 months after. Before and after under a microscope now. Look at this, before and after under a microscope. 60 days, isn't that much smoother than it was before? Exactly what you were hoping to see. Now, I've got this little demonstration here as we're going through the nerves of the brain, and I want you to recognize those are the neurons in the brain and the nerve bodies and all the axons and dendrites, and this is a synapse. When that nerve binds to the other nerve, electromagnetic pulses go through that nerve to send a nerve signal. That is where you have made a memory. But free radicals interfere with that electromagnetic motion. That chemistry changes and you lose a memory. You lose a lot of things. But in the last year, synaptogenesis, the genesis of making synapses, is for the first time recorded. Here you've got different parts of the nerve cell body. I want you to pay attention to these plates right here. This is a nerve cell body. This is the long nerve going to your body. DHA comes from omega-3 fatty acids. In the presence of omega-3 fatty acids and in the presence of amino acids, your nerve regrows. The myelin around the nerve regrows. So this is an animation of regrowing nerves, rehooking up your memory in the presence of antioxidants and the omega-3 fatty acids. I can think of products that have that in here, and they're in the MXI. Now watch this. This is the actual, in a microscope, regrowth of that nerve. See it regrowing? For the first time, a memory just got remembered. This is the regrowth of nerves. It's never been seen before this year, and it only occurs in the presence of omega-3 fatty acids and antioxidants. So, here's another nerve cell. Watch it starting to grow at the top of the screen up there. You're actually seeing a brand new nerve cell grow there as well. What you've seen now is dramatic proof that we're regrowing nerve cells in the presence of omega-3 fatty acids and in the presence of antioxidants. So watch that same thing again. It's that dramatic. Your nerve is regrowing. But when we waft a little vapor of mercury, just a vapor, across here, watch what happens. It's going to melt the brain. Literally melt the brain. So here's these networks in the brain, and it's called neurogenesis, which is, over time, we think our brain can't regrow. It can now, but only if it's got the proper nutrition. Now, you've got this new thought that's being rewired to another brain cell. With this in mind, you can change neural growth. Look at this. This is fantastic antioxidant action, stretching out, regrowing, and literally making a new memory. And if there's any wire left and the myelin has been stripped off, in this case, the memory can actually come back on that same course. Here, you're seeing it here. You're actually going to see a shrinkage up here at the top. Simply the vapor of mercury, right here, mercury just goes across, totally melts the brain. And it leaves that fiber. We're regrowing the nerve back on the fiber. But the point is, you have seen brain melted right there. The brain melts just from the vapor of a free radical. The antioxidants and the omega-3 fatty acids are required to help regrow that. Isn't it fantastic that we can prove it's regrowing now? I think it is. And we're leading I think that's it, but I want to close by suggesting to you that the pictures speak more highly than anything I can. Your body is more significant than anything else you have. If you wear it out, where are you going to live, right? And if you're going to want to sell a product, you just need to look the best you can possibly be. People will come to you, I guarantee it. With that in mind, Remember the capsules. We can regrow the thoughts you've lost. Remember the antioxidants are there to regrow not only skin cells, improve your mood, but how fantastic is this for the first time that we can see the brain melting and we can see it regrowing in the presence of proper